So top working is a way to change the variety of an established tree. And this was an established tree. This used to be an Irwin tree. We have another Irwin in the back, so we could spare this one. And of course we have a huge demand for Kerry mangoes. So years ago, top worked this tree to Kerry. And that's just a matter of putting a lot of grafts on the tree and then cutting back the existing Irwin tree. So I wish that I had gotten into top working long ago because I actually took out a few mango trees in the grove because the varieties just weren't popular. And darn, it would have been so much better if I had used those roots. Once a tree has an established root system, it can graft onto that, and the new variety grows so much faster than it would if you planted a potted plant in the grove. And it really doesn't require any extra maintenance other than making sure the grafts are okay. So anyway, this was tree number 1, and of course I top worked some huge Hayden trees. They used to be much larger, but cut them way back and then grafted onto the new growth. And you might have seen the How to Top Work a Mango Tree project. That was when a Valencia Pride was growing into the utility lines, cut that way back, and that is now ice cream mango. So let's look at a few other trees around the grove. So this tree used to be a Hayden tree. It was about 70 to 80 years old and very tall, difficult to pick, and also growing into the utility lines. We tried cutting it back, gently over the years, wasn't working. So we cut it back drastically, and I top worked everything to Ugly Betty. So now we have an exciting new variety, and a lot of it on an old root system. Ugly Betty is one of the new varieties from Garyville. Here is the star of our How to Top Work a Mango Tree video series. This used to be a Valencia Pride, and Valencia Pride just wants to grow into utility lines and grow all over the place. So this definitely was not the right situation for Valencia Pride. I cut this back, and now it is a very nice looking ice cream mango tree. And then right next door, this was sort of a struggling, I think, Kent tree. And I cut this one back and asked for votes on what variety to put on those roots. And the winner was orange sherbet. So now this is an orange sherbet tree. So orange sherbet is such a crazy popular variety that I grafted it on this particular trunk too. This is a really big seedling from the Moldova tree, and now it's been converted to orange sherbet. So this particular tree used to be Tess Pollock, and we have a lot of Tess Pollock trees, so I put a new variety on this. This top of the tree is all Seacrest, another variety from Garyville. And then right over here, this was a struggling Kent tree, and now it's all rosy gold. And then right back there, we have a gorgeous looking tree. That used to be Floragon and is now Fruit Punch. So this is one of my current projects. This was a Fairchild tree, and I decided to top work it with ST Maui. So this is ST Maui, and we've got a few other branches that are forming that are ST Maui. This is Fairchild, so it's going to be cut back sometimes too. Of course, all the tall stuff is Fairchild. So top working a tree in the grove is really good for a lot of reasons. It's easy to put a new variety in the grove because the root system is already there. So it's basically just grafting onto the shoots and not really needing to worry about if the plant is watered or not. These are 20-year-old roots right here, so even even if we don't have a lot of rain, it's still going to be fine. And the second reason that it's really wonderful to top work an existing tree is you get fruit very quickly. In some of the situations that I've top worked trees, I've gotten fruit in 1.5 years from grafting. So possibly in 2021, we might get some fruit right here. So this tree is another one of my project trees. It is actually the tree that was knocked over, like flat on the ground, from Hurricane Irma. We cut it back, propped it up, and last year we got fruit from it. I don't know what variety it is. It's a grafted tree, but the varietal name was lost. We tasted the fruit last year and it was okay. And of course, I want exceptional, not okay. So this is now becoming another variety. So I'm top working this particular area of the tree first. I left some large branches to help shade the new grafts, and right here we have several grafts right in the same area, and this is all fruit cocktail. That's another one of Gary Zill's new varieties, and I started this about 2 weeks ago. I put these grafts on. I'm seeing a few little emerging leaves on this particular scion, and I see a bud that's breaking through the buddy tape on this one, and a lot of the other ones are looking green. So I'm looking forward to cutting back more of the tree and grafting onto the other parts. This is our Rosa tree. It's been in the grove for about 20 years, and fairly recently I decided I could spare one branch of the Rosa tree and convert it to buttercream. So sometimes I just put like one branch worth of another variety on a tree. This is one of those situations. This is on the north side of the tree, so it had plenty of protection from the summer sun. Summer sun sometimes can really fry your grafting projects. So I have this particular branch is buttercream, and I have prepared a scion here, and this one over here is Rosa. So I'm actually going to use this scion later today and graft onto one of the shoots here that is still Rosa, and so I can be further down the road on converting this particular branch to buttercream. So here's a look at a couple of upcoming top work projects in the grove. This used to be a big Glen mango tree, and we have Glen mangoes on either side. This we cut way back for top working, and you can see there's some nice new growth all over the place. And this particular situation is between two large Glen mango trees, and so they provide some shade, plus the fall sun is much more gentle than the summer sun. So for those reasons, the two trees and the time of the year, we cut like all of the foliage off of this tree. Normally I leave something high to shade the tree and keep it active. But in this situation, cut it all back, and it looks like it's ready to top work. So here's our other situation for top working. This is a kit mango, and the tree right next door to it is a kit mango, and we have some other kit mangoes around the grove. This particular tree had gotten pretty scraggly, for the tall branches. So I wanted to cut it back, and of course when I cut back something drastically, I think top work. And there are just so many new varieties, not only that have been developed recently, but have recently been introduced into Florida. And it's really hard to decide what variety to put on this particular tree. So that's where I could use your help. We're going to list a bunch of varieties in the comment section, and if you see varieties that you're particularly interested in, just click like on that comment that mentions it, and we'll just total up the votes, the number of likes for each variety, and use those particular varieties to top work this tree and the Glen Mango. I want to point out one quick thing on this tree is it's a completely different look than the Glen Mango. This tree is the same age as the Glen Mango, but of course it's much taller, and that's because this tree gets a lot more sun than the Glen does, especially midday sun. So I left some higher growth to help shade the lower growth that I'll be working on, and after those first grafts take, I'll cut back the high stuff and wait for shoots to form and graft onto those new shoots from the former high branches. So anyway, that's a quick look at our top work projects, current and future, and please vote in the comment section.